Welcome to the special city council meeting of June 18th, as we get more serious about our budget process. Okay, I don't see any more hands, so we'll close this portion of the public hearing on this item. And so,
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion.
Okay, yes, sir.
I would move that we cap the millage rate at the current rate of 4.5383 mils.
I second.
Okay, Mr. Or just trying to, the current millage rate is what you're saying?
Right.
Okay, so Mr. Goodwin says propose maintaining the current millage rate, and Mr. Griggs seconded the motion. Okay, further discussion, Mr. Goodwin.
Yes. I don't make that motion lightly, and I don't make that motion with disregard to the hard work that staff has put in to analyzing our situation and looking at the issues that we face. However, it is not staff's obligation to set policy in the city. Staff is tasked with implementing the policy that we make, and we're the ones that bear the burden to make that policy. And it doesn't fall to staff to do that. We tell staff what we want. They figure out how to make it get done, and they've done a good job of that the past several years. And under Mr. Beatty's leadership, I've been very pleased with the progress that he's made in this city. With regard to employee raises, I'm not against giving raises to the employees, but I can't do it if I got to tell the good citizens in Fort Walton Beach that I'm doing it by raising their taxes. There has to be another way. So I'm not opposed to giving more money to our hardworking employees, and trust me, they are hardworking, good folks. Understand that. I certainly do, and I appreciate them. But I work for the citizens, and that's the interest of the citizens that I am tasked with looking out for. I know that there's some, I've heard discussion tonight about, that it's important that we have our sanitation department. Well, this millage rate increase doesn't affect that because, as we've learned earlier, that's a separately functioning enterprise fund. It's okay. It's okay at 4.5383. Public safety is a high priority, and credit to the chief of police for doing a wonderful job last budget cycle figuring out how to make public safety a priority in our city, maintaining the safety of our city, which I feel we have a very safe city, and doing so with a reduction in his budget that allowed us not to increase taxes on our citizens. I understand the request to increase the millage rate, and I understand the concept behind setting a cap that may be lowered. But I think that by setting a higher rate, we're sending the wrong message. It's still tough times out there. We are seeing a little bit of an increase in property values that we're anticipating to come by this year. Not great, but a little bit. But it's still tough on our citizens. And I am, for one, unwilling to raise the taxes on our good folks in Fort Walton Beach. So for that reason, I made the motion that we keep the millage rate the same, and we, tighten our belt and roll up our sleeves, and council would then be tasked with the hard work of figuring out how to make it work, because that's our job.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Mr. Griggs, any further discussion? Seeing none, please vote. Okay, so
hey, I voted wrong. Clear
okay.
It back. I'm against it.
Yeah, seriously. Okay. It says he voted wrong, so therefore he'll get a chance to vote correctly. Right? Okay, so you're voting no, Mr. Rigdon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there it is. Okay, so the motion does fail 3-4. Okay, so is there another motion on the floor? Mr. Reinerson.
I move we set the millage rate cap at 6 mills tonight in order to provide a framework for which the staff can work to develop their budget for the coming year.
I'll second.
Okay, Dr. Gossam seconded Mr. Rynerson's motion to set the tentative millage rate cap at 6.0. Correct, sir?
Correct?
Okay. Further discussion, Mr. Rynerson?
No, I think I said everything around the first go-around.
Okay. Thank you. Mrs. Jamison?
I said everything to them.
Okay. Anyone else like to speak on this? Yes, sir, Mr. Goodwin.
I think it's obvious that I'm not going to support the motion. I'm clearly disappointed in the direction that council is going tonight, and not taking on the responsibility to saying no to raising taxes, to going in a direction of hard work that we, as the 7 of us, are tasked and elected to do. So I will not support the motion. I'm not going to raise the taxes on the people in our city.
Okay, thank you, sir. Anyone else? Okay. No further discussion. Please vote. So it does pass 4-3 with Mr. Griggs, Mr. Goodwin, and Mr. Meade voting against it.